Hello everyone, welcome to Learn and Code. In the last class, we discussed about the various types of tokens. Tokens are divided into how many types? Three types. First one is identifiers, second one is keywords, third one is constants. And also we discussed about various IDEs, integrated development environments. So last time I have used Visual Studio Code. You can use any type of IDE. Not only IDEs, you can also prefer online C compilers for executing C programs. This is your choice. There is no restriction for that. Now, in this today's class, I'm going to talk about how to implement flowchart algorithm before writing the program. We have seen one program in yesterday's class and we have executed that and we concentrated on what do you mean by the documentation section, link section. We discussed each and everything. And we said that every statement ends with semicolon. So before writing more C programs, what I want to do is first develop an flowchart, develop an algorithm, then write the program. So that is the main way of writing the programs. Don't directly write the C program or any program. First understand the problem which is given to you. Based on that, plan for drawing the flowchart, next algorithm. Finally, the code you have to write. So first we will see what is a flowchart. Now, for example, to know the flowchart clearly, we want to find out the area of a circle. We know the principle for the area of circle is A equals to 3.14 into R into R. So this is nothing but pi R square. So in this equation, the output variable is A and the input variable is R. First, we have to identify how many variables are there. Next, what is the input variable and what is the output variable. Now, let us define what is flowchart. A flowchart is nothing but the pictorial representation of an algorithm or a problem. What is that? Pictorial representation. Or another definition is graphical representation. Or sometimes we can use visual representation. Three definitions you can use. Now, another important thing is we are using a set of symbols while drawing the flowchart. We will see the basic symbols which are used for the flowchart. What is the first symbol? First one we are using is start or stop symbol. We use rounded ellipse for this. And second symbol we use is parallelogram. And third symbol we use is process symbol, or we can say rectangular symbol. Now fourth one is decision making symbol. We call it as rhombus or diamond shaped symbol. And we use arrows like right arrow, left arrow, up arrow, down arrow. There are other symbols are also there, but these are the basic symbols to draw a flowchart. Now we will see how to draw the flowchart. First, the principle is A equals to 3.14 into R into R. Now first I am drawing start symbol, rounded ellipse. You write here start. Now put down arrow. Now what you have to do? You have to take input R. What is the input symbol? Parallelogram. I'm drawing the parallelogram. Here you write input R. Again, put down arrow. After reading R, you have to calculate A, right? For calculating A, we have to use process symbol. The process symbol is rectangular symbol. Now here you say A equals to, we write equals to like this, 3.14 into R into R. Next again put down arrow. So after calculating A, what you have to do? You have to display A or print A. Printing means output. So again use parallelogram. It is used for both input as well as output. Print A. So with this, our task is completed. And the final step you have to do is stop. Again, I'm using rounded ellipse for stop. So this is the way of drawing the flowchart for the problem area of circle. After this, now I'm moving for algorithm. Now what is mean by an algorithm? In one step, I can say that algorithm is a step-by-step procedure or step-by-step process to perform a particular task. To perform a task or a particular task. For the same problem, area of circle, I'm going to write an algorithm. So in the algorithm, we have to mention the steps. So what is the first step? I'm writing the step 1. Step 1. Again, there you have drawn the symbol, but here I'm writing only the code start. Now what is the step 2? In the step 2, I'm taking the input R. Input R. After this, in the step 3, just I'm writing A equals to, or A is nothing but, we are using left arrow, 3.14 into R. Now, step 4. In the step 4, just I'm printing A, print A. And step 5, stop. If you observe the flowchart and algorithm, the only difference is there are symbols, but in algorithm there are no symbols. Just we are writing the code. This code, we call it as rough code. Or another sense, we use the term pseudocode. Dear audience, please remember that the language, informal language which is used to describe an algorithm is called pseudocode. What do you mean by an informal language? The sense is here we are not following any programming syntax. Just we are writing rough code or pseudocode for our understanding purpose. Once the pseudocode is over, then you can implement the program in any language that you remember. So we have completed how to draw the flowchart and how to write an algorithm. And also we defined the pseudocode concept. After this, we are going to see the rules for constructing an identifier. So in the last class, we discussed the identifiers, and I said that every variable is an identifier, but every identifier is not a variable. So next, what are the rules for forming an identifier or for using an identifier? So let us discuss. The first rule is the identifiers should consist of alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric characters in the sense we can use alphabets from uppercase capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, and the digits from 0 to 9, and also underscore. That means an identifier may consist of alphanumeric characters and underscore. This is the first rule. And the second rule is the first character of an an identifier, the first character of an identifier should be or must be underscore or an alphabet. This is very, very important. Now, third rule is Keywords cannot be used as identifier names. Keywords cannot be used. What is the fourth rule? Special characters are not allowed. Special characters are not allowed. This is the fourth rule. Fifth rule is identifiers are case sensitive. Identifiers are case sensitive. Case sensitive in the sense if you use A, capital A and small a, both are treated as different identifiers. And the final rule is the maximum number of characters allowed for an identifier is only 31. If you use more than 31 characters in an identifier, it takes only first 31 characters. This is the maximum limit. So these are the basic six rules for constructing an identifier. So after this, now we will see various data types in C. What is a data type? Data type simply refers to what kind of data is stored in memory with specific variables. Data types are basically divided into two types. First one is basic data types, and second one is derived data types. Under basic data types, mainly we are talking about integer data types, next character type, next third one floating type, and last one we are going to discuss void. Under derived data type, mainly we are talking about structures, unions, enumeration, and last one is title. So in detail, we will see in the coming classes. So thank you for watching.